Listen, I sure hope you're buckled up and ready, guys, because this week for the stock market, it's probably the biggest week in recent memory. Not only do we have what's going on with the US, China, we got some good news regarding that. We'll cover that in this video. Not only are we dealing with that, but it's earnings season, right? The biggest companies in the world, five of them are reporting earnings this week. Well, more than just five, but we have Apple, we have Amazon, we have Google, Meta, Microsoft, right? We have all of them reporting earnings, and we have a rate cut on the schedule for this week. All of these things are going on at once, right? So, yeah, biggest week in recent memory. And guys, the market right now, as I'm making this video, is ripping. We're up over 1.5% on QQQ. SPY's up 1%. So those, the big dog indices are crushing it. The Dow's up 0.5%. Russell, not that much, but still up about 0.25%. We're rocking and rolling, man. All-time highs were hit on SPY. We hit 683.88 today. QQQ hit, let's see, about 628, I guess exactly 628. That's an all-time high. So where I'm heading at here is, guys, we're looking phenomenal. Stocks are at all-time highs. And think about how much higher we could go if we get super strong corporate earnings. We'll see how much these big tech companies, these hyperscalers, are spending on AI. You all remember what happened last time, right? Last time we got earnings out of Google, right? All these big tech names, a lot of them, if not all of them, were increasing their capex, right? Increasing their spending on AI infrastructure, and that caused Nvidia stock to go up last quarter. All these big tech companies. If we get that again, right, or just good earnings in general, strong guidance that pushes stocks higher, man, we could be going, even higher here. Don't think that this is a fake out. This could be the start of a bigger breakout, and a leg up that could take us a lot higher into the end of the year, potentially, right? So I like the way things are setting up here. Again, all-time highs QQQ, all-time highs on SPY. The Dow Jones probably hit an all-time high today as well. Oh, yes, it did. 47,500. And the Russell is getting close to all-time highs. It didn't hit any today, but we're pretty much right there, 20, 30 points away from the all-time high that we hit about 2 weeks ago. So, guys, we're ripping. We're up across the board. Stocks are on fire. And we didn't even get the big tech earnings yet, which we'll talk about here in a second. But first, let me show you guys something we got over the weekend that's actually helping the market here. It's regarding China, the United States. As you all know, we've seen a lot going on between these two, right? So we can see here, Trump says U.S., China close to a trade deal ahead of Xi talks. President Xi in China, which I'm not 100%, convinced that they're close to a trade deal. Obviously, we've heard, many things come out of President Donald Trump's, mouth. Who knows what is, true, what's not true, how close they are to a deal. I don't know. But the fact that he said that, President Trump, yeah, that's, good news for the overall stock market. So U.S. President Donald Trump said Monday that Washington and Beijing were poised to come away with a trade deal ahead of his expected meeting with Chinese leader Xi Jinping, right? Speaking aboard Air Force One en route to Japan from Malaysia, Trump added that he could sign a final deal on TikTok, which is another whole nother topic, as early as Thursday, which we're not going to talk about TikTok in this video, although I just hit 100K followers on TikTok like a week ago. Shout out to all you guys out there. Make sure to go follow me, Stas Talk Stocks, on TikTok. He said, I have a lot of respect, President Trump that is, for President Xi, and we are going to come away with the deal, right? So essentially, he's hyping up a deal. We're close to a deal. There's a deal coming, maybe before this meeting with the president of China. And that's, in a nutshell, what's causing hype here in the market. That on top of, the rate cut coming this week. You guys can see this Wednesday, the 29th, we have the Fed funds rate decision at 2 p.m. East Coast time, which is projected, the Fed funds rate, it's projected to come down to 4% from 4.25, which is widely expected. We all know this, right? This is not a secret. And we're also going to get what's more anticipated, I would say, the press conference. Jerome Powell, the Q&A. That's at 2:30 p.m. East Coast time on Wednesday, the 29th of October, right? 2 days from now. That's what everybody's anticipating, Yeah, we all know, okay, quarter basis point rate cut or 25 basis point rate cut. All right, we're getting it. But what's Powell going to say? How's he going to set the landscape moving forward here over the coming weeks, months, throughout the end of the year? How is that looking? That is going to have a huge impact on the stock market. Probably the biggest impact this week, maybe even more than earnings, honestly, maybe even more than the trade talks. I mean, if I had to put what is going to affect the market the most this week, I would say trade talks and, what comes out of Powell's mouth after the rate cut. Those are 1 and 2, neck and neck. I would put earnings under that. But either way, man, 3 huge catalysts this week. Fed rate cuts, meeting, U.S., China, and earnings, right? So speaking of earnings, let's dive into these guys. Google, Alphabet, ticker GOOG, which, oh man, it's hitting all-time highs today, up over 2.5%, now almost 3% on the day, after we just hit all-time highs, I think, on Friday. So, guys, Google's on a rampage. This stock is on fire heading into earnings. And yes, I'll be the first to tell you, it's overbought a little bit. It's at least on the RSI, it's a little overbought heading into earnings. We're at all-time highs heading into earnings. Does that mean I'm selling my stock? I'm selling any shares? No, I am not. I'm holding on to every Alphabet share, every Google share. I haven't sold a share in years, guys. I can't even remember if I ever sold an Alphabet share, you know what I mean? I haven't in recent memory, and I'm definitely not now. I think this stock, it's still trading at 23 times forward earnings, or that could be the trailing 12-month, PE. It might be the forward. Either way, the valuation is still decent on Google. I think we're going to 300 a share. The stock was way too suppressed for a good 6 to 8 months. Finally just broke out of this $200 resistance back in, early September, late August. It's just getting started, guys. Well, maybe not just getting started, but this breakout, I think it has legs. I don't think we see a drawdown at 200 again. I think those days are gone, unless we get an overall stock market crash. So I think we're going to $300 before we go to 250 even, guys. Or even, I don't think we're ever going to 200 again unless there's a big, cataclysmic crash. But yeah, I think Google is on its way to 300, and I'm holding, man. EPS estimate is $2.26 versus $2.12 from last year on revenue of $100 billion versus $88 billion from last year. That's up 13.5% year over year, guys. Alphabet, man. 13%, 14% revenue growth for a company of this size. Unreal. And they're on Wednesday after the bell, the 29th. So get ready for Alphabet, Google. Again, one of my biggest stocks, and I'm not selling a single share. I'm pumped about it. Microsoft is another one for this week. Again, all these big tech companies are this week, which typically they're on. They're not every quarter are they all on the same week, but it seems like this is one of the quarters they are. Usually it's they've split them up before. Sometimes we get Apple and Amazon later in the week, but then we get some of the bigger names before. Whatever, or maybe I'm thinking about this or remembering wrong. But all of these are on the same week. Big freaking week, guys. Microsoft same day as Google after the bell on the 29th Wednesday. EPS estimate for Microsoft right now is sitting at $3.66 on average versus $3.30 from last year on revenue of $75.39 billion versus $65.58 from last year. That's growth of 15% year over year. So Microsoft, 15% growth expected. Google, almost 14%. Guys, these companies, they're huge, right? You would expect them to slow down by now. I mean, yeah, they have from the earlier days, but still they're growing like crazy. 13, 15, 20% for some of these. Cough, cough, Meta. We'll talk about that in a second. But Microsoft, no doubt, is starting to break back out after what, 3 months of consolidation. I guess it's still technically consolidating, even where we are now. I mean, if you guys take a look at the channel tool out, we're still consolidating, but if we're able to finally get out of, let's say, 530 on Microsoft, that's been the resistance since the beginning of August. We're pushing 3 months now. If 530 could break, then it could make that next, run towards 560, which is the all-time high. That gap, in my opinion, could fill here from 535, 540 up to 560, depending on earnings. That is what I'm looking for on Microsoft, MSFT. And look at Meta. Look at Meta. Guys, Meta, they're projecting, analysts have them growing not 20, not 21% year over year, but 21.7, almost 22% revenue growth for this company, which is nuts, right? $49.39 billion is the estimate for revenue for Meta versus $40 billion from last year, guys. So they're pretty much growing revenue $9-10 billion year over year, and EPS is projected at $6.70 versus $6.03 from last year. So at this point, guys, Meta is a little wonky on the charts, I'll be honest, but we are testing the top of this downtrending channel, which clearly we've gotten hit at the last couple of months, no doubt. But Meta, guys, look, we're trading above the moving averages on the 4-hour chart. That's a good sign that potentially a reversal's coming. We have a golden cross potentially on the horizon here. 50 SMA is about to cross over the 180 SMA. And look, earnings are on the 29th. Looks like here Wednesday as well after the bell. So, listen, if hype comes in tomorrow, we start peaking out of 750, 755, especially on Wednesday, right? If we get hype after earnings, we break out of this channel, it's going to be go time for Meta. At that point, who knows? It could have its sights on $800. We've seen the stock go berserk after earnings before, and listen, like I said, it's been consolidating for months. It actually downtrending a little bit for months. Not a big downtrend by any means, but listen, man, 755, if that breaks, I'm telling you, bigger breakout could be coming. So 755 is where my alert's set. Amazon is the fourth one. And by the way, guys, if you haven't joined the Patreon yet, shameless plug here. I'm building out a portfolio there. I have been for about 2.5 years now. And we started from $0, right? And now the portfolio is at like 65K. The whole point of the Patreon was to show you all how to build a portfolio from scratch, not with 50K to start. We started off with $100 a week, $200 a week, slow and steady, right? And now it's at, again, 65 grand. And yes, I've upped the deposits over time. But yeah, we're crushing the market. We're buying stocks. And if you want to see, a shameless plug, how I build a portfolio, be a part of the Discord, see all the moves I make, chart ideas throughout the week, plus more. It's all on Patreon. Shameless plug. Link down below, guys. In the comments as well. I think it's $10 a month, $20 for the highest tier, but it's not much depending on your situation, but it's there if you guys want to join. So Amazon, AMZN is big. This is one that I was buying recently. If you ask me stocks, what are some stocks you've been buying recently? Amazon's at the top of the list, right? Because out of big tech, I think it's the most underappreciated stock. Apple's at all-time highs. Google was the most underappreciated stock, but then we got the Chrome news. Now it's re-rated. It's back. Google was one that I was buying like a madman earlier this year, but now I'm just holding on to it. Amazon's one that I've been buying these last couple of months because, listen, man, it's an amazing company. We're not going to pitch Amazon here. We all know what Amazon does, but the valuation, it's not where it should be, in my opinion. Amazon hasn't hit all-time highs really at all this year. Last all-time high we hit was back in February. Then we saw a huge drawdown. And overall, the U.S.-China relations right now are putting a huge damper on the stock. You might think it's not, but they are. And listen, man, Amazon, I think ultimately it's inevitable it's going to break over 240, 250. We're not going to go into the whole thesis here, but it's already starting to look like that. We were downtrending for a good 2 months, lower lows, lower highs, all that. Now on Friday, heading into today, we started breaking out. Amazon's earnings are Thursday, 30th after the bell, and I was buying all in this range right here, 220, 215, 213, right? And now we're at 227, starting to see that break. We're taking this channel out. We're above these moving averages. We're taking the highs out from the earlier days of October. This is strong as ever. EPS estimate for Amazon is $1.56 versus $1.43 expected, or from last year rather, not expected. So EPS for Amazon is going to grow decently year over year on revenue of $177 billion, guys, versus $158 billion from last year, up 12% year over year. Pretty good. And I think Amazon, there's a chance that revenue growth reaccelerates. We're not going to talk about that in this video, but I think there's a chance there. And Amazon, man, it's one of my, again, holdings that I've been adding the most to recently. And I don't own all these big tech stocks. I think some people get in trouble when they own every big tech stock. Then they own every ETF as well. It's like, dude, you're overlapping everything. You own everything like 5 times, right? So I strategically buy or pick what big tech stocks I own. And out of these right now, guys, I only own Google and Amazon, right? And it's not like I have anything against these other ones, but for me, those are the ones that I own. And I've owned all of them, actually. I've owned Apple. I used to own Apple 10 years ago. And I remember, it's funny, side story on Apple. We might as well go to it now. It's the last stock on the list. It's funny, last corporate job I had back in 2017, I was pounding the table on Apple. And it's not like Apple is it's an unknown investment, right? But back then, not even that long ago, but back in 2017, right? Apple, people were like, oh, there's not much more upside. What are they going to do, right? Oh, it's over, blah, blah, blah. And look, Apple was I remember at that time, they've done splits since that point, but I'm pretty sure it was at like $90 a share at that point, $90 a share. But again, they've done splits. Either way, back in 2017, man, I don't know why I thought about this randomly, but who cares, right? Back in 2017, Apple was $35 a share, $40 a share. And I remember coworkers of mine were like, oh man, you're nuts. What are you doing? Blah, blah, blah. It's up 700% from that point. And granted, I did sell it from there. But it's funny, don't take advice from your coworkers, right? If you're locked in on a stock, guys, and other coworkers you work with are like, oh, don't buy it, don't do this, don't do that, blah blah blah. Don't always take their their recommendations, right? Do your own research as always. So Apple, man, all-time highs heading into earnings, right? Earnings are Thursday. Let's double check that, but I'm pretty positive they're Thursday. Yes, they are after the bell. EPS is projected at $1.77. Analysts have them doing that versus 97 cents from last year. Think about that. EPS looking great year over year, guys. And revenue projected at $102 billion, 102.19 to be exact, versus $94 billion, roughly $95 billion from last year. So revenue's projected to grow about 7.5% year over year. So out of all these stocks we've covered, they're going to be growing the least out of the bunch, but still, man, 8%, not bad. And again, they're trading near all-time highs. So I'm really just focused on, how they're doing in China. Any info on guidance, iPhone, right? We'll see how that goes. But it's a big week, man. Big week. Apple, Amazon, Meta, Microsoft, and Google. And man, it's gonna be buckle up. We'll leave it at that. That's the last thing I'm gonna say. Buckle up, guys. It's gonna get real. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. Feel free to hit the like button, subscribe for more content, follow along for more, and join the Patreon. If you guys want to see how I build a portfolio, get all the updates week in, week out, be a part of the Discord, plus more, all of that is linked down below, or check out the comments, or go to stassurfest.com/Patreon. And with that being said, Cheers. I'll see you in the next video.